involve community-based engagement in conjunction with the University of Bristol. It's a part of my degree course. Baby Lou, criteria, making it happen as well. So thanks again to Baby Lou, appealing the community where the criteria is concerned, helping to, I would say, the last remaining member beating out of the community. So again, I appreciate Baby Lou allowing us to keep this event, and thanks again to TeamGBTV. And what I'm going to share with you guys anyway is the theme of equality, because we're all one, and this poem is entirely all of the racism. Yeah, and as I look at you guys, like you're all non-ethnic, or you're still here, is appreciated. And I think to start the proceeding, it's nice to kind of like do something that gel and support equality. So this is called God of Racism. So it's Black Lives Matters, but in the eyes of equalities, all life matters. How I was born, I do not remember, and how I will die, I do not know. I write with tears in my eyes, and the stain it leaves. I once saw the devil with coal in his right eye. What's wrong, I asked? Oh, he said, it's just the way I view life with a little bit of sin. Yes, the sin of racism, raising its ugly face, leaving a bitter, slimy, sour taste. Am I lighting this awareness? Dig deep in your subconscious. All these talks about equalities, it's so obnoxious. Eradicate your minds and be conscious. Serious times calls for serious measures. Oppressors calling the shots at your ledgers. It's sickening, psychologically, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. To this issue, don't be a silly billy. I was created from black mud. Through my veins run blood, fashioned into shape. From myself I can't escape. Is this punishment or constant enslavement to this green-eyed monster? Does anyone have an answer? I'm confused. Still, my sanity I must not lose. Why are we affected? Is it self-inflicted? So then be neglected. Why? Because discrimination and unpleasant victimization surrounding the color of his skin. Stop this mental separating. This is why I'm verbally debating. Reconfiguration is needed to ensure our civil liberty. It's a freedom of speech I demonstrate and express through poetry. In my quest to be a man, I quote the motto of Jamaica, my homeland. Out of many, we are one. So undoubtedly, against negative prejudice and racism, I invite you all to help me make a stand. So ladies and gentlemen, that was me kind of just welcoming you guys. And again, there's some facts on the table. And as I say, it's a part of my degree course. So there's some facts on the table, a consent form, some ground rules, and also one of my poems. So basically, feel free, to indulge. Naomi, I don't know if Naomi want to come and share, but I'm quite happy to still do a few more until you feel like you're comfortable to carry on. This other poem I'm going to share with you guys, because when I actually developed the love for spoken word and poetry, I was in a place of isolation. I would say trying times. I was incarcerated, I was in prison. But I think based on that experience, it allowed me to introspect, self-search, and step outside of myself in a sense and discover aspects to trigger personal self-development. So this poem I'm going to show you guys is entitled Prison Journey, the Story. And this was actually written in prison. And I also wrote this poem and sent this at the time to George the Poet. George the Poet used to be on a specific radio station in the prison called the Prison Radio, and George kept this program called George's Yard. And I used to listen to George and think, oh, I find it really inspiring, so I actually sent a copy of this poem to George. And I don't know, the universe aligned, and when I came out, George lived in London, and the universe aligned that I actually met George downtown near Primark. Long story short, he invited me along with pen publication as a part of a collection, and now I'm a part of a co-published collection entitled Part of the Story that started before me. So the hard copy and the soft copy is actually on display up there as well. What is this prison journey in a sense? So it's prison journey story. Your nickmate, you've committed a crime, you do the time. Her Majesty's pleasure, priceless, kept on lock like a treasure, strip search, infringements on your dignity. Your nakedness is exposed, losing its privacy. Thinking of an escape, it's pointless. Hiding is useless. On the other side of the coin, you're trapped behind the bars of time. The villain in your mind is doing the time on the way to court. So much ifs, couldas, shouldas, and doubts. It's like being in the middle of a sandstorm. No bail, instant remand. Feeling your back against the walls. The world crumbles, the sky falls. Another digit, just a figure. Nothing matters. Russian roulette pulls the trigger. Hanging on the words of a solicitor. If you haven't been told, it's time to be a man. You've entered prison perception. The head is spinning like a gig, thinking about your family and kids. Gambled with the freedom and lost the bet. Maybe it's time to stop and reflect on areas of your life you neglect. Survival of the fittest. Thinking is freedom coming anytime soon. Listening to the silence as the bloke next door is watching cartoons. Lying awake thinking, yes, is the door open soon as the keys shake. The food is something else. At times, it's stomach aches. Anxiety increases the beats of your heart. It's not a walk in the park or a day trip to Parliament. Sadness, mental instability, no patient in part. Trapped in a snake pit, trying not to be an MP in prison politics. Group refreshments, coffee, teas and biscuits. Ongoing drama, R.I.P. Nelson Mandela. Seeking clarity through education and spirituality. Lord of mercy, as we cope with the imbalance of emotional instability. This is Prison Journey, a compiled summary delivered through poetry. So that again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
I've never done this before, but speaking of poetry capturing things, last year I was homeless for quite a while and I tried to explain to my friend what it felt like, and it was quite dissatisfying. And after that, this poem is what came out of me, and I feel like it captured much better those feelings than trying to use reason and logic. It's a short Not sweet. Okay, usual. Okay. In the unrealness, I am not impressed by the rupture of a tree in bloom, or a friend's hug, a required routine. I crave a cracked heart that felt the absence of a lover that made your heart drop in free fall. The imprints of life impressed upon my tender flesh, cracks in the bark of a tree that whisper of continuity through the seasons, of love to be found in the roots and the moss, a web of interdependence, alive and real. I am impressed upon the weight of life, and I remember I am alive. Thank you.
Thank you, Naomi. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we listen to that real life renditions, like some of the themes, that we probably hear that was resilience, fight, basically like, belief, in a sense, and, to hear you come and share your personal experience. Thank you again. And it just shows how, again, as I said, Naomi come and echo the sentiments that words are powerful that can be used in so many ways and forms to tell a story. So again, Naomi, thank you. Yeah. Is that great? Yeah, we want to share as well. So yeah, this is great. And thanks for turning up as well, G.
I put down for one, but there's only no one else in this row. And basically, it's a poem that talks about how, like, when white women use that term, a lot of times they don't mean black guys, so it's kind of confusing. Like when I was a boy and people would do that, I'd be like, yeah, that's me, and they'd be like, oh, nah, not dark like you. Do you know what I mean? So I wrote a poem about it. Dear white women, you guys are wonderful, but listen up, I need your help. Because I must say this phrase confused me a lot growing up, and still does now if I'm honest. So all of you here, help me clear something up. This phrase, tall, dark, and handsome. Because the way you guys use it is confusing as fuck. Because I am definitely dark in humour and face. And I think I'm handsome, but I could be wrong. That's a matter of taste. And I'm tall. Well, above average height. And my dick is... Long and short of what I'm getting at, right, is the men that you tend to call tall, dark, and handsome are generally white. At least light-skinned. So not dark at all, maybe a slight tinge. An olive hue, about as dark as a milky brew. So me being young, latching onto these cues, and think that I'm matching the things that you choose, the plans I've been hatching on making my move, not having head scratching, because this is a ruse. And honestly, sometimes it feels like abuse. Tall, dark, and handsome, man, look at these dudes. So guys, explain it to me please, because my patience is wearing a little bit thin. Oh, dark hair, check. Oh, dark eyes, check. Not melanated skin. Okay, I'm up to speed now, wicked, terrific. Maybe this description needs to be more specific. Because what you're describing is what I've been living, so tall, dark, and handsome just feels like a gimmick. Oh, thank God. Here come black women, whose measure of shade is apparently different. And that's not to throw any of the wonderful women gathered here tonight that happen to be white. It's just when black women say tall, dark, and handsome, it's a man you can't see when you turn out the light. So can we stop this now, please? You've all been told, informed, educated, and officially warned, because it kind of feels like gaslighting in its highest form. Imagine me consistently screaming out, I love larger ladies, I love them big and curvy. But then you only see me with skinny chicks, girls under a size 6, not big and curvy at all. So, feel like little 6. You be within your right to be like, is this guy taking the piss? Now, I am not trying to change what it is that you like. It is what it is, we've all got a type. So like who you like and do as you do, I'm just saying the use of the phrase tall, dark, and handsome might need a review.
this poem I'm going to share with you guys is called A Violation. And the story behind this poem, a few years ago, actually 3 years ago before I actually started university, so it's a Friday night, and I was out, me and my partner, and we left our son at his nan, but his nan has a grandson, a teenage grandson, 17 or 16. So long story short, like he must have got into some altercation with some guys. So in the morning about 2 or 3, we went to get our son, and while inside, 2 guys came in the house, while the car went up, one with a knife and one with a shotgun. Basically, I had the shotgun stuck to my face, we had the half a moon, and you know, it was an ordeal, and I also had to restrain myself. Felt a little bit demasculating in front of my partner and my son, you know, my 1-year-old son. But there was 2 voices, you know, one saying, be cool, and the other one saying, I'm not going to take that. But I think I let, you know, good sense prevail, and I stood here, and I've actually lived to, you know, write about it 2 years after, and also, you know, redeem my manhood in a sense, because long story short, in the streets, you know, you have a thing what they call street credit, and at the time, I decided not to press the charges, but this guy still felt like he could still see me and verbally, you know, bully me in a sense. And I just took it as an opportunity, you know, that there wasn't any of my loved ones there to actually show him that, you know, there's a devil in all of us. So I stood my ground, you know, I embarrassed him. We didn't actually end up getting physical, but it could have gotten physical, but in a sense, I actually showed the bully that I wasn't going to be bullied. And as time goes by, we kind of see each other, you know, around the community, and if I'm actually, being honest, I probably think he's not really around now because probably he's been incarcerated again. So again, sometimes you just have to actually make good sense prevail and make conscious decisions in a sense. So this poem is a rendition of what I experienced that night. So it's called Violation. The moment was surreal, a twist in fate's design. Surprise, unveiled like an evil dream. Do you know me? One asks. Like really? Twisted irony? They are under eye, intoxicated, faces concealed by balaclava, tight, shotgun and knife, a chilling pair as I made a long gaze with the heads of 2 bullets sporting copper eyes dwelling in their shells, soul snatchers, angel of death. Their whisper was profound, advocating tyranny as the smell of gunpowder fused with age. Iron filled my nostril, fuse and snatch, decomposing flesh, death's odor, doom awaits the action of a trigger to ignite an incomprehensive frenzy, a house of slaughter, adrenaline rush, heartbeats race, the good reaper is near with a ghostly embrace. Shall I or shall I not take this L? But a voice whispered, stay calm. Echoes of fear, my partner and child is near. And we that shared a sinister play, silhouettes dancing, dark dismay. Hope I seek, searching for spirituality out on the deep. A half-moon scar imprints my face, screams of horror, a haunting chase. My son's innocent eyes seek clarity in the chaos, verbal, physical, and mental strife. A twisted tale unfold, a shattered life. Once a caretaker, trusted is now betrayed. In this ominous pattern, memories fade. Yet amidst the darkness, courage prevails. A story of survival as the night exhales. In the face of shadows, a beacon of light. Fate softly dispels the night. As the morning follows, the sense of the never-ending end. Urban trauma unfolds like a cinematic nightmare. Yeah, so cheers, guys. So we have Gary.
Listen, brother, can I buy you an orange juice or a Guinness or something?
Back the water with you. Back the water with you. Thank you. Yeah, go on.
Alright, I do one more. This one is called Hazards. It's basically like a poem that I wrote when I became single and I started going on dating apps and I talked to my friends.
You're about water too.
I'm alright, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, so dating apps, if you've ever been single and on it, it's a bit mad. Like there's a lot of weird stuff going on there, so I wrote a poem about dating apps. Alright. Hat fishing, photo filters, and catfishing. These dating app hazards are mad. Listen, this has got to be said. The truth has to be told. If in all the guys' dating profile pics his cranium's always cleverly concealed, he's not got much hair on his head. Or his hairline is dead. He's most probably bald. And by that I do not mean confidence. Because if he was brilliant with that, he wouldn't be wearing all of these hats like it's some kind of accomplishment. Trust me, it's a trick and part of his malevolent mission to wait till you get to the door of the bar. Then reach for the said hat like a seasoned magician with a flourished rabbit, revealing what's under there. Possibly no rabbit, and definitely no hair. It's all vanished, it's missing. Now, I don't mean to be mean when I say this, but if your dating profile gallery is an array of fragrantly filtered photographic images, I'm not an idiot. I need to know what I'm dealing with. And I'm warning you, all of you. In fact, sit down, let me give you a good talking to. Filtering photos is a bit like when you hear a recording of someone sing, and it feels like an angel's calling you. And you're like big, you get a ticket to their gig, and in real life, when they're performing and doing their thing, they're not so hot without the auto-tune. Then we get to the catfishing, actual identity switching. If I'm honest, I don't get the logic. Seems like a bad plan. It happened to me once. On that note, sorry, totally put me off there.
Who me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
Wait, look. Then we get to the catfishing, actual identity switching. If I'm honest, I don't get the logic. Seems like a bad plan. On that note, it happened to me once. Got there, totally different girl. And she said, and to quote, "I thought when you met me, you liked me for who I am." First off, you're an idiot and a liar. This plan was dire and the chances of success were slim. And this might sound brutal, but you don't even like you. So let me get this right and check that I'm correct. You expect me to accept, like and respect you for who you are when clearly, currently, you aren't doing that for yourself. But why the hell would you be out here pretending to be someone else? And respectfully now, even if I was feeling what I saw, you can't just switch identities. This ain't a witness protection program, it's identity fraud. Then we get to the profile. Some of the men are so vile, with a bio that reads like this. Alpha male, driven and ambitious, seeks childless woman to clean and do dishes. Must be submissive, I'll pay all the bills, and if you bend to my will, you'll be the new missus. And they're not coy to show snaps of the big catch they caught fishing, or charity trip pics with the boys to help black people in Africa, missionary positions. Or their backs and biceps in gymnasium mirrors, bottles, bars, or luxury cars to make them look like winners, with a comb over or a hat so you can't tell their hair is thinning. Or their profile is just pure lies. So they're 6'2" when they're really 5'5", posing with cars with no license to drive, saying their wife has just died when she's clearly still alive. And you ladies, stop laughing, because I'm always astonished how some of your profiles are brutally stupid and crazily honest. I'm a pyromaniac, looking for my twin flame to match, Noro spicy, tarot card queen, Aries mood rising. Glad that I caught your eye. Need someone to match my vibe, but don't swipe right if you're a fucking Pisces. I've got cats, so I hope you like trips to the vet, and tats and pigoo on my right breast. I dabble in theft to handle my stress, and if you don't like it, you can swipe left. And the wild fact is, you should still get a whole pack of matches, because many men go for any girl that's reasonably attractive. They don't really read the bio or the captions, they see a fit face and a banging bod, so they adore and swipe her. So across the match, you'll get through more matches than a heavy smoker that refuses to use a lighter. And you girls' pics are always you frolicking with your friend groups in classy country cottages. Beach bathing shots, just your legs, so they look like hot dog sausages. Prosecco pouring poses in some random bar, or that fraud pose to trick people you've got an arse. Or the ones where you're always with the same friends, so we're not sure which one you are. So we can all load up our app, window shop and swipe what we desire, but our match to a Tinder box means lighting up a fire. So watch who you adore, because some have flimsy hinges and the light can set a light that can be hard to extinguish. Some of you people don't learn. It's like you can't discern the red flags. And if you could, then you might stop ending up with the same toxic types. But you ignore red flags so big and bright you could help land a flight in the middle of the night. Do you even know what red is? Why do you ignore flags that size? Please, get your eyes checked. You must be colorblind. And to the guys, the way we act, it's not alright. We gotta do better. Dick pics ain't a vibe. It's giving desperate. It's giving thirsty. Like a man that survived days and nights in the desert. And if you're the type to lie about your height, it will be revealed when you stand next to her. When you go grab a drink, the bar reaches your chin, and at the fairground, you can't even get on the rides. Sorry, short king, because from above, she's surely gonna see that your hair is thin. But here's a plan. Wear a hat as a disguise. Oh shit, wait a minute. I've come full circle, back where I begin. I'm sure that hat fishing's where I came in.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, whoa, enjoy that. Enjoy that. Thanks for sharing it. This one's actually called Living With You. Yeah, and this one's actually addressing issues that affect us also, I would say, black and ethnic minority. And it's called Living With You, and it's a poem about sickle cell. So basically, it would have been, really good if I had one or two other people to kind of read this poem with me, but I'm going to go through it anyway. So this poem about 3 characters. The sufferer is called Maria, and the deceased is called Silas, and we got the NHS, the voice of reasoning and cure, and it's called Living With You. So Maria begins. Living with you, with understanding that my lifespan is 52 years. You say you care, but your heart is ice cold. You have affected my diet. I cannot eat meat with iron content. Living with you is a life of chronic pain and pure torment. I have a chest infection. You don't care. Nothing about you is human. I cannot sleep. And you still say you love me. Well, that is a deadly irony. Time after time, you push me to the edge. And don't forget, Silas, that I'm aware I'm one of many. My smile is empty. Why won't you release me? Silas speaking. Moya. Oh no! One of many? What do you mean? I love only you. Moya, you're pathetic, Silas. So twisted that it's laughable. You love only me. Ridiculous. Well, what happened to the other sufferers living with you like me? Silas. What? Moya? I'm here with you, aren't I? That's not me. That's malaria. It caused the heart failure, not me. And yes, I do think we're related. Family, maybe. What are you on about anyway, Moya? I was there with you when you went to that NHS or whatever they call it, listening to talk of nonsense and buffoonery, or they are medical specialists advocating for sick and sufferers. They should leave us alone. They're nothing but haters, saying you're sleeping with the enemy. But we're lovers, husband and wife, till death do us part. Come on, sweetheart, baby. Moya, consider my feelings. Or do I live without you? How could I ever go on? Do you see? Our love is beyond skin deep. I'm in your veins. I live in your red cells, blood that is. NHS. Leave that girl alone, Silas. You're disrupting her blood flow. She needs treatment. You're a blood-contaminated alien, a kryptonite to the Homo sapiens. And I can see you have a delicacy for melanin skin, infecting chronic pain in bones and limbs. Torturer, Silas. Oh, so you are the NHS, the source of hope, offering quality of life, information, and advice. And yours truly, forever seeking support to fund your research to eliminate me, Silas the Great. Well, good luck. Keep searching for what I'm sure you can't find. This one here is mine. She's all mine. Then NHS, said Silas in a serpentine voice. What did your chief medic say about my statistics? NHS. Silas, you're a parasite, a genetic plague, craving a relationship, a devilish, debilitating vampire. Do you think these statistics, it's a badge of honor? As of May 2024, there are around 17,000 people, about the size, seating capacity of Madison Square Garden, living with sickle cell disease in England, with 2,500 new cases every year. And you still say you're here? Moya. Oh, please, guys, please, Paul, both of you, stop. Look into my eyes. They're yellow. Look at my pale skin. I'm waiting on a bone marrow transplant because nothing has changed since last month's blood transfusion. Silas, nothing about our union is symbiotical or consensual. It's all a mystery. I woke up one day and found myself living with you. Living with you. Living with you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.